One Punch! Hey everybody, welcome to the One Punch Recap Show. I'm Rob Duanius, Graphic Artist Esquire, and if you're joining in for the very first time, you should know that every week we're taking an in-depth look at each episode of the One Punch Man anime. And joining to help out in that quest for One Punch goodness is Ashley West from GangFeather.com. Ashley, say hi.
Hey!
Hey, and resident One Punch Cosbro Brandon, Let Heavy James.
Let Heavy!
Great timing, Brandon. All right, so this is episode 4, The Modern Ninja. We're going to be doing a nice little recap of episode 4. Go watch on Hulu or wherever else you get it. I watch on Hulu. So let me give you some quick breakdown over what happened in this episode. Basically, we get introduced to some new bad guys, the Paradisers. There's a new bad guy named Hammerhead. There's some big battles going on. There's a new ninja we're going to talk about. He got introduced. We also got introduced to the Hero Association, which is really awesome. That's a new thing we're going to find out. And then we also found out about, we got to see Genos's Dr. Light mentor. I got his name written down, Kusanego. And a bunch of other stuff in between. Kind of a story building episode, not so much a giant fight episode, but still pretty entertaining nonetheless. So with that being said, we all got our favorite things written down we want to talk about. Ashley, why don't you start it off? What did you want to talk about?
All right, well, I liked the speed of sound, Sonic Ninja's, his smile. I loved it. It was, because, I mean, okay, first of all, I thought this character was a girl from the,
Oh, yeah.
I think Brandon did too, yeah. From the intro, I was like, oh, there's a girl. And then all of a sudden he started talking and this deeper voice came out and I was like, all right, that's not a girl, I don't think. And I guess, anyways, that was my first thing off right there. But yeah, like every now and then he would just be like, he would talk, have this little tiny mouth, like a, girl's mouth kind of for anime. And then all of a sudden he kind of have these little childish smiles. And then all of a sudden he just this wide grin just appears on his face. And it's animated awesome, like really smoothly. I love it. And something that you don't normally see in anime when like mouths moving like that, it was nice to see. And I just really like that. Thought I'd highlight that. So he does it a few times, and then he says something like, "Oh, my little habit." I don't even know what that means, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, they animate his teeth. Like they even draw like every one of his little teeth. You can really tell that the artist, the manga artist, his initial his art style really rings through in those expressions. Like it just feels very, very on point with that. And I haven't seen the manga to know, but you can tell when they go to one of those, it feels like it's coming straight from the manga. You there?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting a little feedback. I want to make certain. Something else I want to notice about the speed of sound, Sonic Ninja, is what a fucking name that is.
I just call him SOS. Yes.
And he also has what I consider to be about the best fight sequence in the episode. And that's the fight sequence between him and the Paradisers and Hammerhead. So basically, Speedo Sound, Sonic Ninja, is basically the bodyguard for this guy, Zenaru, right? Zenaru.
Sounds about right.
He's some mob boss guy. He lives in a building that has a golden turd on top. Like it's a giant golden.
I know. I thought that was funny.
So elegant here on SketchCraft.
Yeah, well, it's called the golden turd. Like that's.
It's taken so seriously.
It's very. In his hair, like Zenaru's hair is so golden as well. Like he is the golden turd, and so basically he sends out Speed of Sound to take out these guys, the Paradisers, and their whole bit is that they don't want to work. They're like basically socialists. They want to just get paid. And they don't want to do anything. So. But there's a sequence where where Ninja, SOS, whatever, confronts the Paradisers, and he just like starts hacking all their heads off with his sword. Shoo, 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 heads everywhere, and there's no blood. Like
no blood. It's so clean.
Except for one part where they do show it, but it's like not. It's like it's like a shadow. It's like the foreground shadow. You can see
right.
It's right before he attacks Hammerhead. It's up close. You can see the blood in silhouette kind of rip across. Because at first I wasn't certain. Are they robots?
Yeah.
Like.
Weird clones or something.
I think if he had like a lightsaber sword, that may have made, you know what I mean? Like I would have been less confused because then, but I get the clean shot. he hits this one guy in the face. It's pretty awesome. So there's a sequence where Sonic Ninja, he leaps into the air, like whirls around as a tornado, like flips up, whirls around as a tornado, lands behind, and then kicks forward like at the camera. It's really badass twirl. Like you could just freeze frame it if you fucking do it on your computer. You could freeze frame it, and he leaps forward, and then he hits this one guy and cuts his face into 3 parts, like a sushi roll. Shing. So that was like the best fight sequence in the whole episode for me. And then he goes to attack Hammerhead and clocks him in the face, but apparently Hammerhead's noggin is too tough to take the hit, or die from it. So that was pretty cool. Also, SOS has the Brandon. What else does he have? Yes.
The SOS had. Well, he's got. Well, to add on to Ashley's thing about the creepy smile, I like when One Punch Man's Saitama actually shows up and he's like, "Oh, you have such an innocent smile," and that pisses him off, and he makes the creepiest fucking smile. It's like an evil Ernie for people who read comic books back in the day smile, where he goes ear to ear, and it just has that pointed upturn like the Grinch or something. Yeah, it's just creepy as shit. He's so feminine. Like there's times where I look back, I was looking at the screen, I'm like, and he's standing like a woman. He's got one leg back, doing that. Like I don't know how to explain. It's like when your mom stands there and stares at you, or like just an older woman has that like 1 foot back behind them kind of stance, where their hands are gonna be on their hips kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he just stands there like that, and you're like, he's got a nice butt for a dude. Like that's a woman's body they're drawing.
And I was just gonna make reference. He does at one point punch Sonic Ninja in the crotch.
Oh yeah,
not on purpose.
I was like, it was really funny because I was like, wait, what if Sonic Ninja really is a woman? And Saitama's like, oh my gosh, I just punched this woman in the crotch. And I thought he was like reacting to that for a minute, and I was like, no, it's a guy, because they made it too big of a deal. They obviously. They revealed.
You could tell by the bulge.
But I guess I don't know.
You could also tell by how it cuts to like a picture of a unicorn and a rainbow or something
exactly. We're experiencing some difficulties.
Yeah, he gets experiencing technical difficulties.
Funny because Saitama was like, oh no, like I don't know, he just freaked out for a second.
Yeah, there was a slow-mo on the nuts.
Yes.
It's not an episode of SketchCraft Recap if we don't talk about some bulge and some balls and some stuff.
I was like, how did it get here again?
Yes. I led you all. All right. So, Brandon, what else was your favorite part of the?
I'm gonna backtrack a little. It was weird, like the Paradisers. They have a very and I'm not very good when it comes to the terms, but I guess socialist kind of point of view towards all the working people and suits type people, but they're just, once they're done ranting, they're just looked down upon. And I wonder if that's like a reflection of the Asian culture there, in Japan. I'm not cultured enough to know, but I feel like there's something there where it's like, oh, you should not be working every day, you should have fun with life, and then the other people just look at them like, get a fucking job.
Oh, that's definitely Japanese culture.
Okay. So yeah, they're just looked down upon, even though they're just saying, hey, live your life, don't be a suit, I just thought that part was kind of cool, that they have very subtle kind of messages, but then it's so off the wall that you kind of just go, maybe it wasn't anything. I do think Saitama's name should now be One Dick Punch Man, after that lovely little crotch shot to SOS.
He even looks like a girl when he's pouting there, holding his legs together.
I would have never thought. I've seen a lot of things in anime. I don't think I've ever seen a guy go to destroy someone and then lightly nudge the balls.
And he's like, I'm going to come back and get you later.
Yeah, I don't know how I would react in it. Like if I were to get in a fight and some dude just like slowly little dink, I'd be like, okay, so I think I won the fight. I lost the fight. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to react. So it's definitely a One Dick Punch Man.
Well, there's also a great part in the show where Saitama hits Hammerhead and basically destroys his armor, and he ends up naked.
And he runs away.
And he runs away into the woods naked.
Actually kind of looks a little fat when he's running away.
Yeah, he's not as buff. He is. He's got
No,
he's got a
like
bit of a
very
muffin top.
cartoony, and he's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, and he makes a reference at one point to his mom. He's like, "Mama, thank you for like
Thank you for the
making
thick
me."
head.
Yeah, thank you for the thick head. And he's like crying, pretending to be dead.
Yeah, something to say too. Oh, the flames on his suit kind of remind me of Bam Bam Bigelow, if you remember that, Brandon, from the
Oh
WWE.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
got, and his face is totally Akira Toriyama. I don't know if you noticed that, like his face is all Dragon Ball Z, like it's super
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama compared to everyone else. Like I don't know if that was just an homage or maybe there's Dragon Ball Z character that resembles the character, but I just say his face is awfully Akira Toriyama. Something else I want to notice too, to throw it back all the way to the beginning of the episode, we cut to Saitama's apartment and he's sleeping in till 11:30. If you look at the clock, it's
Yeah.
11:31 when he gets up in the afternoon. And if you pause it, if you can, it's hard to make out, but you can look. I've been trying to figure out what's going on his manga shelf, like what Saitama owns, and
Uh-huh.
I noticed this. It's all bikini girls. Like every one of them is a bikini girl manga. So he's definitely into the ladies. Like, yeah. As soon as I can get even closer pics, I want to take him. But I'm just curious to know what he's reading. I think there's a rice cooker on his floor too. I'm pretty certain that's one of those rice makers. He doesn't even have it in his kitchen. It's just sitting on his floor. But I can't guarantee that's what that is. But that's what it looks like to me as a rice maker. But yeah, so he sleeps until 11:30. He seems to he doesn't have a bathroom. I don't know because he seems to be brushing his teeth out of the sink. Saitama in his living room. But
Wait,
basically,
no, he does have a bathroom. He was taking a bath.
but he was brushing his teeth out the sink. Maybe it's just because he's a bachelor.
Maybe it's just a
Yeah.
horrible studio.
Yeah, maybe it was just a horrible
Yeah.
studio, or he was watching the TV. So. But I think one of the things too that the episode does is it starts off with him telling everyone that he's a hero for fun, which he said in the previous episodes. And then at the end of the episode, we learn that there's actually this hero association where they log into a website and they register themselves and apparently take a test. And they can become an actual pro and then get paid for their efforts. And they said anyone who just dresses up like a hero and is a weirdo, like, they go out their way to like say, hey, if you just do this shit for fun, you're weird. Which Saitama
Well,
takes
this
personal
also
offense to.
explains why they knew Smiley Face Man at the beginning and the other person that you saw lying on the ground, like how they were relevant.
Yeah, I like that smiley face guy. I
Yeah.
never even
But
knew.
this explains why they were relevant and why he wasn't. They were
Right.
probably registered.
Yeah, they had to be. And apparently Genos isn't registered too.
And the bicycle dude.
Now I want to talk about that. This is my favorite character, Moomin Rider. He's a guy. We meet Moomin Rider. He's doing the typical Superman thing. He's getting a kid's cat out of a tree, and this music is playing. If you listen to it, it's very 90210-ish. Like it's got a like it's got this little guitar riff, and he's getting a cat out the tree. And he just rides a bicycle. Like he's the ultimate bicyclist. He's got a helmet, and he's got goggles, he's got a little bicycle spoke belt buckle, and apparently he just patrols around the city and he meets up with the Paradisers. And this is this great scene where he actually puts the kickstand on his bike, circles around his bike, gets in front of the Paradisers, and then gets ready. And everyone's like, "We love you, Moomin Rider," and he's like, "Right, right." And then he just gets beat down, like his face hits the pavement, his leg is bent in the wrong
And
fucking.
and there's like blood coming out of his face. It looks like he's dead.
He's like twitching and shit. Like, I love that guy. That's my new favorite. I like his colors, brown and green. Like they're the colors nobody would pick.
Nobody wants that outfit. Nobody. It's like if Lance Armstrong or another professional bicyclist just said, "You know what? I'm gonna go out and be a superhero today. I'll just wear what I got on. Fuck it. Brown, green. It doesn't need to coordinate. I don't care."
I guess I could kind of see like when I was a kid, and the BMX scene was big when I was a kid. So you look at that BMX armor, and it looks kind of superhero-ish, right? So I could sort of see saying, "Wow, bicycling gear would make a good." It'd be really fucked up if he was wearing those like, activewear speedos.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, he got the shit kicked out of him. And then I guess at the end of the episode, they said he got all the credit because he lives, right? Yeah, he's on TV
Yeah.
and he lives, and he's like, yeah, he apparently got all the credit for Saitama's. And let's not forget, actually, Sonic Ninja dude took out all those guys. Like all Saitama did was beat up Hammerhead, and even then he didn't kill him.
Right.
Yeah. And so then, and then that's another thing I want to mention. Hammerhead got I guess they stole the suits, and so at the end, he's in the woods. He gets clobbered by these two guys that mentioned having the suit stolen. Like they were the ones he stole the suits from, and they think they killed him. But that's when he says, "Oh, thank you, Mom, for giving me the thick skull." Apparently, he didn't die. So it's the first time a guy did the stinger. Hammerhead does the stinger at the end of the episode, but he didn't actually die. So
Yeah, I noticed that.
yeah, I wonder if he's going to come back. And I don't know who those two guys are from that he stole the suits from. But other than that, I think it's kind of a short episode. But when you think about it too, oh shit, is it Kusanego? I want to get the term right. Yeah, I wrote this down. Kuseno, Dr. Kuseno. We meet Genos's Doctor. I call him Dr. Light because like Genos is like Mega Man to me, and this is like Dr. Light. He has the weirdest fucking hair I've ever seen.
Oh, it's
I can't even remember it.
It's like a mushroom.
It's like it's a.
But that's the thing. That's makes him memorable.
He looks like
his nose actually.
Yeah, his nose.
Yeah. No, it's bad. I was gonna reference the singer Sia. She's got a giant mushroom head like that hair, but it's very like things we already mentioned. It's very shapely. It's almost like Raiden's helmet, that type of like Asian helmet, just put on someone's head as hair.
As hair.
It's bad.
Something else too. Dr. Kuseno's basically Genos he's doing that thing where he over-explains and repeats and loops himself while he's trying to explain to Dr. Kuseno about Saitama. And then Kuseno stops and goes, so basically what you're trying to tell me is that you admire him. And he's like, yeah, like an old person has the patience to deal with Genos's ramblings,
Because they well, some do.
Yeah, or they're just, they move at a slower pace, so you can deal with it. Yeah. And then Kuseno said that he's basically going to upgrade Genos and he'll be just as powerful as Saitama, or if not more powerful, but that remains to be seen. I somehow doubt that's going to work out in his favor. But yeah, I think we know when you add it up, it's kind of a shorter episode. It felt to me. Then again, a lot happened. I mean, when you actually think about it, like okay, the Paradisers, they blow up a building, and then there's that whole thing was I don't even know who Zenaru is, man. I don't even fucking know. And then the intro to Sonic. Yeah, I think the thing that I liked the most was Moomin Rider, and I like the idea of the Hero Association. Like, it's that one thing I wish Savage Dragon had back in the day. Like, Savage Dragon should have had to join the Justice League or something. Like, and if you don't, you're a fucking loser. So, but he became a cop. So I like that Saitama's going to have to actually join this Hero Association. And their website's so kawaii. Yeah.
It's so colorful and happy. There you go. I was gonna mention the outro music, and I guess the scene. Do you think that part of it, if not most of it, is a city after it's been destroyed?
Yeah, because like you could see like vegetation. You're talking about the credit sequence, right?
Yeah, and there's like no one around except for the cat, and then at the end you see his his light on. But that's just.
I think it's that part of town Saitama lives in that's just a demilitarized zone.
Yeah.
They live in City Z, right? It's supposed to be like the most fucked up city. Like it's the last one on the list. But yeah, it's got this cool, like you can see the vegetation growing around.
It just looks kind of like at first you're like, oh, it's so cute, and then you're like, kind of post-apocalyptic a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very Last of Us if you think about it. Like
but that I just kind of got it after I watched it. So I thought it was really cool though.
Yeah, I like the music choice for the end credits. I think is appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't go to like heavy metal. Actually,
it just kind of slowly, it's like a lullaby.
Yeah, Brandon, is there anything else you wanted to add to this, or?
No, I think we pretty much covered all the things I liked.
So you like the groin punching, you like the naked hammerhead guy. And you like how feminine the ninja dude is, right?
I don't think I worded it all like that, but
I
if
think
you
you
were to
did.
try to sum it up like
I
that,
do.
sure.
I do think it is funny that the most feminine dude does get punched in the nuts.
Right.
Good
But
point.
like he
Ashley.
really is a guy. We're gonna make you. We're gonna make sure that you know that.
Yeah, in case there was a question, about that. Oh, something else too. There is that one last thing when Sonic says he'll come back and then they'll have a real fight. That's when Saitama puts on his hero face. This is the only time in the episode where he gets the heroic face. He goes, and I'll be ready.
Right.
Other than that, it's just typical goofy faced Saitama. So yeah, I think that's about it. Kind of a short episode. I'm really looking forward to episode 5. The what's it called? It's called I got it written down here. It was at the end of the episode. The Ultimate Mentor. So, that was the other thing. I guess Saitama says at the end of the episode that if Gino signs up with him, he'll be his
Protege.
his instructor or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess Saitama still hasn't agreed to that, even though he says I'll do it, and I guess I won't do it. I guess there's a back and forth going on with that, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. Perfect. So that's it. We're all good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good wrap up. Awesome. Brandon, that's a wrap. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Lead Heavy. That's LEAD Heavy.
And Ashley, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'm Gang Feather.
Always perfect. As for myself, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Say hi at Twitter at SketchCraft, or directly go to our Facebook. All the links are at SketchCraft.com. Takes you right to the YouTube channel. It helps share the videos. Say hi. Don't forget, folks, the One Punch Recap Show is recorded in front of a live internet audience and supported by viewers like you. Please leave your comments and feedback below. And we'll see you on the next episode, episode 5, The Ultimate Mentor. I actually really can't wait for this. I love hero associations. I really, really do. Can't wait to see it. See you all then. Bye.
One Punch!
One punch, one punch, one punch. You done, Brandon? Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.